Welcome back to the Major League Gaming Friday night kickoff. I'm Gandhi.
And I'm Shockwave, and we've got an amazing match coming at you right now. We've got Instinct, the #1 seed, going against Walshy's team, Turning Point, kind of the Cinderella star and the darlings here for all the fans out there. Scott, what are your thoughts right now coming into this match?
Well, I'm going to be interested to see whether or not Turning Point can actually take a game from Instinct here. Instinct only dropped one, just that many right there. One game out of 2 tournaments, they are just dominating. I don't know if that'll change, but let's take a second and let's get to know our Instinct squad.
This might be the God squad. We came out here and almost didn't drop a single game. We'll see if people can catch up by the next event.
Just hanging back while I'm watching Ogre 2 pick up the shot.
This is looking great.
Pass that one off the lunchbox, which will allow.
And compete with the top team. Roy picking up huge shots right now. I expect this team to start.
So far, Instinct definitely practiced on
Oh man! Bye-bye face. Roy just heating up.
And he's going to watch as a player in front of him gets it, and he throws them to the ground.
Quick up there. Quick up there, they're flat. After the platter.
Power weapons. Believe the hype cannot get into a groove, and Lunchbox is just laying down the ball. Picking up the grip. There it is, our Instinct squad. Words almost don't do it justice for the squad to show how incredibly talented each of these members are. Chris, what do you got for us on this team? What do you think?
Yeah, first, you got to talk about their last 2 performances. 2 first places, huge. Then you got to think about how many games you've dropped. You've already talked about it. 42-1 in their last 43 games. And then you got to think that you got 2 of the greatest players alive right now on their team. Instinct looking so strong into this event. But I think we've got Puckett down on the floor with a member of Instinct. I think it's the greatest of all time, as many people like to call him. Puckett, what do you got for us?
What's up, guys? Puckett here with my buddy Tom. Tom, we've known each other from Pickerington, Ohio since we were like 7 years old. Now you're here with Instinct. You're the greatest of all time, and I think we may be seeing the greatest team of all time. What do you think about your new lineup?
It's pretty amazing. It's just awesome having such a good group of guys, inside and outside the game, people that are just as dedicated, working towards, perfection almost. That's just, we're all perfectionists and we strive to be the best, and it's just great to have everyone that has the same goals.
Well, Tom, I cut the recaps for every single event so far, and the one quote that stands out in my mind this season was you at the end of Columbus saying, we're 21-1. Next event, we'll just see if anyone can catch up. Anaheim, they couldn't. You guys were a perfect 21-0. Do you think now that we're here in Raleigh, after all of these team changes, that anyone has caught up to you guys?
Personally, in my mind, no, but we'll have to wait and find out.
Well, you guys are playing against Turning Point to start off the tournament. It's your first match of the night. Your former teammate over there, Walshy, is going to be on the other side. You're the greatest of all time, but Walshy's right behind you with most tournament wins.
Yeah, he's a great player. He's a great guy. It's good to see him back up here. He had a rough season there, just like I did back in 09. Everyone has them. And we'll see what his team's capable of here.
25-0 right now for a winning streak. You guys going to make it 28?
We're not really thinking about that, but it would be nice. We got a pretty solid pool again. We all seem to get a pretty stacked pool. T2, Gosayame, me, and Walsh all in one pool. A lot of people have been talking about that, so it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, really.
All right, well, you guys are the returning champs, so I'm going to give you the option. You get to choose who we start the first game with. Who from your team do you want to be featured?
Roy Board.
Roy it is. All right, guys, back to you.
Pool A is just filled with people who are over the old age. I can't even talk.
It's the veteran pool.
I give it up.
Pool A, the veteran pool. We've got a lot of old players, but a lot of great players there. But on the flip side, you've got Turning Point. You saw Walshy right there during the interview. You saw him smiling. And I want to intro this team. This team has a lot of talent on it. You look at the team, you got Ninja, McWin, both these players just kind of breaking out in Halo Reach, showing the world they've got tons of skill. And then a fourth with Adrenaline. They just picked him up before the deadline, but from what I've been told, he's been fitting in really well.
Well, they didn't technically drop Best Man. Best Man actually left their team and they picked up Adrenaline. And stat-wise, Adrenaline did a lot better than Best Man, who actually had one of his worst tournament performances. But let's go ahead and meet this Turning Point squad.
He's a monster in this game. Something incredibly interesting here at the start of the game. Walshy doing things we haven't seen in years. Go down at Walshy. The eldest pro gamer here at Major League Gaming and the Halo Reach thing. Nick just had a nasty out DMR as Walshy puts in the flag. While I am watching this red team, Colin Mentality is event now joining Turning Point here, and we've seen him and Ninja really take turns as being the flashy players on this squad. I'd love to see him. He's just cleaning up even more kills in the ring, picking up the big double for 15 kills. Big battle getting 3 down, but Adrenaline is just going to jump out the lone members on that side of the map.
And there you see them, Turning Point right there. Walshy sitting in the middle, Adrenaline to his right, Ninja to his left, and McWin there at the end. Kind of the Cinderella story from last event. Like I said, fan favorites. And before this event started, actually it was Thursday night, so just a day ago, I was talking to Walshy, and he was telling me that we have to interview him for this match. He's got a lot of words for us, and I want to throw it right now to you, Dave Puckett. I know you got him right there. What do you got for us?
What's up, guys? Walshy asked for the interview on Thursday when he first got here. Dave, what's up?
I don't understand how they can be so modest after they won a tournament without dropping a game. So if I was in their position, I'd be talking tons of trash. So I'll show you how it's done. You guys want to know how easy this match is going to be? It's going to be as easy as pi. Wait, no. Easier than pi. 3.141592653358979323846 264 338 419 716
You forgot a 4, dude. The 19th number was a 4. That's pretty darn impressive.
I tried to get to the 50 digit, but I messed up.
Almost. Dave, you're the oldest pro gamer we have on the Halo Reach circuit, but you're surrounded by young guns. You hand-selected this team. Tell me, how did you choose them? And tell me about Anaheim. How are you guys so successful with this lineup?
We had a long term in Anaheim, but we've just been practicing very hard. We have the talent, and now we have a pool that I feel like we can honestly take first or second in, assuming how this match goes. So I feel like we'll do a lot better this event.
Better than 7th?
Better than 7th.
Prediction for the event?
Absolute first.
Absolute first. Well, Walshy, my final question here is we got to talk about Adrenaline. You guys do not have Best Man on the lineup. He'll even tell you himself that he had a bad event. Adrenaline had a great event last event. What are you expecting out of your new teammate here? Is he the new, firepower that you guys need to break into the top 3?
Well, we told him before this match if he did bad, we're going to drop him, so he has a lot of pressure on his shoulders.
Absolutely. And finally, Walshy, if there is going to be one player on your team to watch, who is it going to be in this matchup?
McWin doesn't get the credit, and he's destroying.
McWin it is. Guys, that's Walshy. Please, before we go back to Shockwave and Gandhi, can I hear you guys make some noise? That's what I wanted, Raleigh. Guys, back to you.
Wow. That's a lot of digits there, but easy as pie. The last time a team talked trash to Instinct, they got 3-0'd. What are you thinking?
The last few times teams have played Instinct, they got 3-0.
Yeah, let's not beat around the bush. Instinct's just incredible. But will Turning Point come out and actually take a game? I guess we have to find out. So let's jump into this first game. Right now, it is going to be capture the flag on Sanctuary yet again. game number 1, capture the flag on Sanctuary. We are jumping on board with Roy from this Instinct squad, back-to-back event winners. Chris, what are you thinking?
I think the best chance a team has got to beat Instinct is going to be in the first series of the tournament and in the first game. So if Turning Point really wants a chance here when they come into this tournament and they want to win this pool, they're going to have to come out firing right now, because as soon as Instinct starts getting momentum, we've seen it now the last 2 tournaments, they're just pretty much unbeatable.
Well, just right off the bat, we have Walshy and McWin dead as another member goes down of Turning Point. Instinct just swarming through the bases. Ninja rips off Lunchbox's face and denying the inevitable charge. But still, Instinct has full pressure on them, and Roy is trying to line up a shot, but he's going to be dropped to no shields, and Ninja rips off another face. We have a battle of snipers right now, Roy against Ninja. What team's going to have the bigger ego coming in? And Roy takes down Ninja. This is huge for them. 1 member dead for Turning Point, 2 members dead for Instinct, and here we go. We have the flag being pulled from Walshy as it's going into the rocks. 3 members down for Instinct as Lunchbox is coming off the respawn, and he's going to be shut down. And another kill from McWin. 2 kills as Walsh is getting ready to put in the first flag.
Well, Scott, are you catching your breath here? Because I'm barely catching. I can't believe it. Turning Point putting in the first flag here against Instinct in the first minute and 10 seconds of play. Yeah, I think Instinct's not really expecting this, but perfect positioning from Turning Point. You had Walshy getting in the Instinct base, pulling a flag, and at the same time you saw the rockets in the hands of McWin just spawn killing Instinct and handling them to an early 1-0 lead.
Here it seems Turning Point now is on the receiving end as Instinct is running this flag. Lunchbox already has it basically in the bottom middle. There is 3 members down for Turning Point. Walshy coming off the respawn, and Ninja is going to be caught off guard, and Roy is just going to be running this flag up their base, and Instinct looks to be answering, but no, Roy is taking heavy shots, and he is able to put it in 2 minutes, 2 flags, 2 different teams with the cap. Tied up 1-1. Awesome plays so far right now.
And that's kind of what we expected to see here in this match. We were expecting to see Instinct really come out and dominate right from the beginning. But you saw Turning Point getting an early kill, and it seems that Instinct now 2 down. No, now they're going to be able to get control a little bit of their base. But you can see Turning Point definitely just putting the pressure on Instinct in the early part of this game.
Well, the great thing that I'm loving about this Turning Point squad is they're stopping Roy. Roy hasn't done anything successful this game, Chris. And if you can stop Roy, that puts all the pressure on Pistola, who hasn't really had the ability to shine because of Roy. But just as I say that, Roy picks up a sniper, rips McWin's body in half, and now he's just going to run into ring 2. Why can't he ever just let me be right and just lose a battle?
A good play going on from Walshy, actually taking down Roy. He was actually sneaking behind the base, and this is what Walshy does so well compared to a lot of other players. He's one of the best flankers in the game. He's very smart at knowing when he wants to shoot people, when he wants to kind of back out, hide, and basically keep the element of surprise. And you can see that 1 kill on Roy allowed for the Turning Point team to get control of the map, and now you see the rockets in the hand of Ninja.
Ninja using the rockets very effectively. He knows Ogre 2 is sniping in Instinct's rocks, and now he's just going to play this safe. And if I was him, I would personally go back for the health back, because 1 grenade will kill him. He is on 1 red health, and he misses the rocket, but he still has 2 left. Will he kill Ogre 2? No, he will not, but he goes for it again, and he kills Ogre 2. An awesome trade. It is now 3-on-3, both teams fighting for middle. No team ever since the first 2 minutes has been able to get any sort of control. It is still tied up 1-1 as Walshy is going to be putting on the pressure on Lunchbox.
Turning Point doing a great job so far this game, really pushing in on Instinct. Instinct kind of sitting back. We're not used to Instinct really sitting back too much, but it seems the pressure put right now on Instinct, they're going to be spawn killing him here in the rocks, is really kind of throwing him for a loop. And it seems Turning Point really trying to set up here for another flag cap.
It almost seems as if Instinct had adjusted so much to Final Boss's playing style that they aren't used to a more aggressive team. Final Boss is a very sit-back oriented team, and Turning Point is being so aggressive, and now Ninja is running the flag bottom middle as McWin lines up a shot. He can't get it. He is not a big playmaker, at least not in this instance, but they still have the flag bottom middle as Walshy has the sniper.
And a tough break right there by Turning Point. I think if McWin had hit that sniper headshot, we're looking at a second cap for Turning Point. But this is where Instinct is incredibly dangerous. When you start overextending into their base, they're going to be looking to really come back for you. They're going to use your aggressiveness to your disadvantage, pick off some easy kills around the map, and then all of a sudden, you'll see Instinct running a counter cap, And now you see they're at the Turning Point base. They've got all 4 members alive, and this is looking so bad right now for Turning Point.
Well, Instinct's about to have their way with him because they know every member of Turning Point will be spawning under the turret or at the sniper hut as Pistola cleans up Walshy. He is going to have an open menu to kind of pick and choose whoever he wants to kill as he lines up a headshot on Adrenaline, jumping one. Awesome play. Will he get the double kill? Nope, he will not, but they are running the flag through the courtyard as Walshy gets a very convenient spawn in the rocks.
The Turning Point squad was definitely spawning. Most of their players were spawning there under the turret in the courtyard for the most part of that. And you could see after they got 2 sets of kills, they went back to spawning in the rocks as opposed to still spawning where no one else was on Instinct or at their sniper hut. And Walshy just kind of using the game's mechanics. I think Instinct made a little bit of a mental error. They kind of forgot that they had been spawning, killing over there. They didn't realize they'd be spawning in the rocks so quickly. And it seems Turning Point now using that to their advantage as they try to make their way into the Instinct base.
Ogre 2 pushing into this Turning Point base. No one can really get really heated up, it seems. It seems like everyone's just getting one big play and then they're taken out. And just as I say that, Roy's going to pick up the sniper and move under the courtyard or under their turret. And now he's just going to sit here and wait to put it up as they are going to be pulling the flag. No, they are not pulling the flag. They just threw it into the rocks and now they're just going to wait on Lunchbox to come back. A very quiet Instinct squad thus far.
A smart play there by the Turning Point squad. They knew they had to get the flag runner. Lunchbox, the only one in a position to really run the flag, so if they killed him, it was going to take way longer for them to be able to run this. But you see Roy with the sniper kind of doing big things. You saw Pistola have the rockets, but Ninja, the kid who Walshy has been talking to me about nonstop, he tells me he's the next type of snipe down player. He's going to be the next superstar of the league. Unbelievable talent, but he's not going to be able to stop this flag cap as Lunchbox puts it in right before Ninja snipes him in the head.
2-1, Ninja just not catching the break as Adrenaline has the rockets, but now they have complete middle control as Roy's going to be taken down. The last member alive for Instinct is Ogre 2 as Lunchbox is coming off the respawn. Ogre 2's got to be careful, but no, Adrenaline botches the rocket and accidentally somehow clips him. That's a convenient break there, and now it looks like Turning Point's going to be going for a flag cap. Walshy is going to be pushing into the base. 3 members down for Instinct. Will Turning Point get the second flag and tie it up at 2-2? Here we go. Walshy's putting it in, but Lunchbox is right on the doorstep. Will he stop him? No, Walshy is going to stay alive as Lunchbox is going to be taken out. Walshy very patiently waiting for his shield, and he puts it in. That is 2-2. Turning Point showing some life. The next flag will win this game. Forget the time limit, ladies and gentlemen.
And I don't really understand the Instinct playstyle, especially with that flag cap. They had all 4 of their teammates alive as Turning Point was running the flag, and instead of really going for that flag, they focused down the one guy at their base who was Adrenaline and allowed Walshy to move halfway across the map, basically unhindered, unshot, and I think it really cost them as Walshy was able to put in the flag cap with relative ease.
I'll just call it how I say it. 1, Walshy just had a ridiculous no-scope. But 2, I think if Instinct loses this, I would blame landing final balls because their play style is night and day different than what we saw in Anaheim. This is not the aggressive Instinct we saw.
You got to remember coming into this tournament, a lot of these teams have not LAN. Most of the time, you see the LAN network. They would play about 5 or 6 different teams, sometimes maybe 8 or 9, depending if they went to 1 or 2 different LANs. So they had practice against every sort of play style. They knew what to expect from a lot of these teams. Right now, we're looking at teams that have pretty much practiced specifically for one another. Like you said, Instinct against Final Boss. They probably practiced against Final Boss's play style, and right now they're trying to now adjust to a different style here in Turning Point. I mean, they're a great team. They're going to easily be able to adjust, but I wonder if Turning Point can take advantage soon enough and take this game number 1.
Just as you said that, we have a full-out push coming from Instinct as Roy is going to pick up a double, challenges Walshy, almost finishes him for the triple, and now he has Ola charging, collapsing on Walshy. That is 3 members dead as Adrenaline's going to be taken out with the rockets. Roy fumbles the flag and he leaves it on there, but it's not going to be a costly error as he's going to run it through the rocks. Turning Point members are all spawning at the sniper hut. Will they stop this flag? I am not sure. As actually, no, he is going to be sniped. I am not sure who stopped him, but what an incredible play. Instinct is unable to put the cap away.
Pistola trying to do big things with those rockets. He's picking up a double kill with that snipe. Was that Ninja?
I am not sure. There's just complete and utter chaos. I cannot make order out of it at this point. but there it is. The flag has reset. Turning Point refuses to go down without a fight as Ninja's going to try to kill Ogre 2 with the grenade, but now he just needs to stay alive. And he's running in, and he ties the battle with Pistola. It is now Walshy and McWin will be the only members alive as Adrenaline comes off the respawn with the sniper. Instinct unable to close. This is a very different Instinct we are seeing currently.
I think we have to give more credit to Turning Point, to be honest with you, Scott. I think this is a really practiced Turning Point. You can see the skill of the members of Turning Point really come into focus. And you had Ninja with the sniper taking faces, McWin with an amazing DMR, and Adrenaline. I mean, we talked about whether or not he would be a good pickup. I think Bestman's a very good talent, but like we said, he didn't have his greatest tournament in Anaheim. It seems Adrenaline's really picking up where Bestman left off, and in some ways playing better, especially with his teammates right now.
3 members of Turning Point down as Instinct is going to put a full-out assault on Turning Point's base. Lunchbox is going to be on the pea shooter as Ogre 2 and Pistola are actually going to be working into the base, and now Roy is joining them. That is all 4 members dead as McWin comes off the respawn. He is in the rocks, and he is going to be trapped. Lunchbox knows that they will be spawning in there, and he picks up a huge body shot on Adrenaline, preventing them. And Ogre 2 already has the flag into ring 2, and Roy picks up a triple kill. The last member alive is Ninja as Ogre 2 is going to be running it in, and he is going to be taking heavy shots, and he is taken down across map, but they will be able to put it in.
And Instinct playing with fire in their first game. Their 25 win streak almost done right there, but they clutched it out in the end to take a 3-2 victory in game number 1. And we're looking at the stats. You see Pistola going off plus 11, but you see Lunchbox with the 11 assists. I mean, just looking at those stats, you can see a disparity right there from the team shot. Instinct putting up, all the members putting up a lot of assists, whereas you see it in the Turning Point squad. Doesn't seem like they were team shotting as much, more kind of individually out shooting the members of Instinct. But either way, Turning Point putting up such a great fight in game 1.
It seems as though Roy was kind of in a little bit of a funk at the beginning, but as soon as the end hits and the intensity kicks in, he just picks up a huge triple kill, securing the 3rd cap. What's going to happen in game 2? Only time will tell. Stay tuned.